No. Welcome, the Algire's Garage. We went through hell, so now we put these dowel pins in. Obviously, you can see we had to take the flywheel off, put these dowel pins in. I got bolts. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set this clutch on here. I don't want to put this on and take it off again. You see, these holes right here are for the dowel pins. Ooh, we don't want to scratch nothing. So now, like so. Now, what we're going to do, like I said, I put this thing back up. I want to make sure everything is perfect. I don't want to deal with any issues. So what I did was, we're going to look at a little bit different route. They're Allen head, but you know what? Be honest with you, I really don't care. I got to make sure they fit. According to this is the one, so hopefully it's right. All I gotta do is look up the torque. I don't know what it is. We've got lock washers. We've got everything we need to make this right. So what we're gonna do is I'll get the flywheel back up, get that torque down. You already saw me do it once, but everybody makes mistakes. I'll get that torque down, and then I'll show you how we align the clutch and we put that together. Because remember, the clutch just has to go in here also. So we have the hardware now. We have everything we need to do to get this job done the right way. So that's what we're gonna do. So we'll get the flywheel on, and then we'll be right back, and we'll start in that clutch, and that'll probably be wrong too, but yeah, it is what it is. There's not really much I can say. Now it's probably pretty hard to believe, but we're actually reading instructions. A lot of this doesn't even apply to me. My biggest thing was the don'ts. Don't use an impact. Don't let transmission weight rest in input shaft. So those are the three things that I really needed to do. And then in the front, I needed torque specs. 25 foot-pounds, 8mm bolts. That was my big thing. So, should be the end of it. God, I hope we get this transmission in this car today. That would be nice. It's time for the Algire's Garage tidbit for the week. When you're playing with this plate, and you're trying to put a flywheel on it, I've been fighting with it, and I should have just done it, and I didn't. And you're fighting to put this on, okay? It's real simple. Take a zip tie. Yeah, you're gonna waste 2 zip ties, but you know what? The reward is big. And there, zip tie it. So, because when it falls down, now you can't see the bullet holes. So, here, see this? The reward is big. Look at that. There. Now, we can try to put this flywheel up, and instead of screaming, yelling, carry it on, which we did, everybody missed it. Hopefully this will work better. Definitely don't want anything on here. Now I also tapped every one of these holes. I didn't tap them, just chased them, because of the fact that many times you should do that no matter what. Because of all the times you have Loctite in them and all that stuff, you should really chase all these holes. Remember, some motors have blind holes. Some do not. So you always want to make sure you know what you're dealing with. Now, we're going to scream and yell and carry on some more. But at least now, that's not it. You got to remember, this thing isn't light. That's not it. That's not it. We're running out of options here. That's not it. We only have one left. Okay, maybe we have more than one. How could this thing fit before, but it doesn't now? I don't understand. Let's see if I can hold this up there. I think this is the one. There. Now what I'm going to do is, even though my eye is telling me that these holes are lined up, see, there's two holes that are a different space than the rest. See, that's how they make sure you put it in the right spot. And you can see the dowel pins now. There you go. Finally. So now what I'm going to do is I'll finish torquing this up and then we'll get on to the clutch. Now, welcome to looking for the pressure plate. Now, it ain't as bad as you think. Put this, got you, right like it. Then you take the clutch tool, and you get all kinds of grease on it, and put that in there, like so, and hope it doesn't fall off. See, that's another part of the problem. Then you get a bolt ready, or two, and you put the clutch disc up there, or the pressure plate, and you hope that you'll be able to squish it far enough to get your bolts in. See, it's all complicated. And we're going to take this. I'm going to slap the pressure plate up there. And you always want to make sure there's no goo in here either, because you don't want slippage. And I'm just going to shoot this real quick with some stuff. You don't want slippage. You don't want any oil or anything like that on the face, because that's going to be a problem. Then we go up here like this. Basically, you find the dowel pins, because that's what they're for. And you hope the clutch disc doesn't fall out in the meantime. And there, like so. And then you got to hold it. Ouch. Like so. And you try not to bump the camera. Not the ideal one to start, but it'll work. Because remember, you got a lot of them to put in. We're just putting a couple in. There you have it. We'll get the rest bolt till we tighten this all up. And I guess it's clutch linkage, the ball, the starter, Just like that. That's a big clutch compared to what I had. That should really work well, I hope. So. Now, if y'all are wondering, should I have shoulder bolts? Because the hole for the bolt, it's just a tiny bit bigger. Probably. But you understand these pins, they're press fit. They're hammer fit into the flywheel. They're bigger on the flywheel side than on the disc. So when you tighten the disc up, you want to, the whole time you're tightening it up, so you want to make sure you keep pulling this in and out, pull this in and out. Because if it tightens up one way or the other, you want to go equal. If this tightens up the wrong way and you can't get that out, you're never going to get the input shaft in the clutch. Yeah, so when you draw this tight, this gap will close, and these pins keep it aligned, so it's not going to turn the rock. So no, I didn't buy the closed shoulder or the special bolts for it. My bad. Is that going to be a problem? I don't know. Are we going to find out? You betcha. Like you said, the whole time when you tighten this up, we're going to tighten up in a wrench. You want to keep doing this. Moving it in and out. You know, you bump it a little bit until there's absolutely no resistance. You got to bump it up. You got to, whatever you got to do with it. Wiggle it around. Make it, see, look. There you go. That's what you want. But that also means when you go to tighten these bolts, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, little. That's how you do it. Do 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 do. Clutch. In there, clutch. See, that's nice and lined up, lubricated clutch. We gotta make sure next we gotta put, we have to make sure this is going to go in there. I don't remember. Okay. Oh, got a shiny ball right there. That slides it like this. I'm trying to, and see, there's nothing there to really hold it. Those ears are supposed to hold it on, but them ears are shot. I mean, I might be able to do something with them to hold it, but so this will go here. As long as everything is okay, and I'm starting to think there's a problem. I don't understand what's the, oh, duh. There. See, the throttle bearing, you gotta move it to where you want it. See, that's why I'm like, what's going on here? There's nothing going on here, it's fine. So that'll be good. We're gonna do transmission to the next. Moving right along, bolt the tranny up, and we're gonna pick the motor up and try to slide the headers in. Probably the parts I'm not looking forward to, but it's fine. Well, we gotta try pumping this little bad boy. Up we go. And hopefully we get it pretty good the first shot. Sometimes this is easy. Right up against. Put a couple of bolts in it. couple of bolts in it, and figure some of that light. I'm never going to put a strap across it because nice. Now, just because you got the bolt started, that doesn't mean that you pull this tranny in against the bell. That is not what it means. Believe me, that is not what it means. You get the bolt started to make sure the transmission isn't going to fall. Because just because it went in that easy does not mean that it's in the pilot bearing. So, I mean, this is going in pretty easily, considering. Maybe that'll help a little bit. A lot of times getting started is easy. It's continuing with the bolts that is not. And the problem I'm having right now is, now this thing is in the way. If I can't move, okay, here we go. Don't be afraid to shake it around. You want these bolts to go in easy. You don't want to have to force anything. Because when you got to force stuff, you have a problem. And that's the last thing you want to do. You don't want to force anything. Just keep wiggling it, wiggling it. Bolts will go in on their own. Promise. I don't recall what size socket this is, so. There are 14. I must go find one. Okay, here's where we're at. Tranny's in. Cross members in, sort of. We took the tranny mount out. It's right there. Right there. So, what I'm going to need to do now is pick the motor up and try to slide them headers down in here. So I figured the easiest way to do it is move all this slop right here. So that way, I should be able to pick it up far enough to slide them headers right in there. I'm hoping. No, probably not going to work, but we're going to try it anyway. Perfect. Ragina, say hi. Gigi. Slap this on. We get to a point now, we got to start working. Sorry about the rain on the roof. Start getting the front of this thing together. We need to get rocking and rolling here. So we'll go over everything we've done, but we're going to do this next. I don't remember how this goes. I only remember the big bolt, I think. These go, one goes here, and one goes up here. Another thing we do is galling. Aluminum head. Squirt a little bit of oil on them. Okay, yep, squirt a lot of oil on them. See, they're not going to come loose. They got a lock washer, but that also saves on the aluminum head. It keeps it from galling, is the way that works. You know, this isn't exactly light either. Come on, get out of there. And not to mention, boy, do they turn in nicely. Look at that. The other one I think goes down there somewhere. But that's what I do. It don't matter what kind of oil you use. I guess you can use WD-40, but it's a lot cheaper. Said you got lock washers. It's not going to come loose. Well, at least I don't think so. It shouldn't come loose. Let's put it that way. Now we got this big viaduct, which I don't know why there's washers on it, but I got a funny feeling they're on there for a reason. So we're gonna do the right thing, and we're gonna leave them on there. Fortunately, we had to go with a steel lower pulley, but remember, budget. I smashed the aluminum one. It was a total accident. Motor fell. What am I going to do? So, we put the steel one on there. Guess we'll figure the fuel lines out. Once the fuel line's straightened out, we'll get the power steering on there, and then we got to figure these out. You can see I rewired the rest of the car. Believe me, that's a heck of a lot neater than it was. It was all back there. It was ugly. Now it's just neat. But I gotta finish it now. I gotta take this thing right here is for the alternator. But what I want to do is look at all of them wires. They hook together and they all go to like two things. So I want to see how I can do some splicage and some other neat stuff and make it just go to two things. It'd be a lot neater and nicer. Not to mention, I don't want to go across the engine. I want to try to figure out how to go underneath and connect with the other wires underneath there, and that'll keep it nice and clean up here. That's the plan. Yeah, that's not going to work. Bet we'll try it. Now I got to get that fuel lines done. So we'll get the power steering on, and once the power steering is on, we can move forward and figure out the electrical. Something can't be right here. Like, how can this be all the way? I'm trying to show you what's going on. Look at the adjuster. Like, wow, this is a different kind of clutch. I mean, I don't know what I can. Wow. Spacers, or I don't know what to do here. Huh. But this should be like around the middle is where it should be. Like where it is now is where it should be. Not where it's trying to go there. That's, wow. I don't know what to do here. Let's look and see if we can see in the hole. Oh. I mean, it's got a lot of travel to push. And everything looks kosher in there. The ball's all over there and everything. Wow, that's neat. We checked up underneath there. The cable is on. And what do you think you're doing? Gigi, what are you doing in the car? Wow. Come on, let's get out of there. Come on, get out of there. Let's go. Come on. No! Ragina, come! Come on, get out of there. Let's go. Go and get. Let's go. Ragina, come. She's got one thing in her mind. Oof, look at that hair. She has one thing in her mind. Going for a ride. Well, it's not done yet. We're working on it. We're working on it. Slow but sure. Like a snail thingamajiggy or a turtle. Yeah. Hoses are tight. Got that on. That on. That on. Now we got to do something with this because this is horrible. What we got to do with this, I'm going to make it come off of here. And then we're going to run right down here. I'm going to go down and connect the starter wires and come underneath the body up over to here. That way you'll have all that gaudy stuff going over the top. Then the only thing I have left is distributor wires. Say hi. I'm trying to make this all nice and neat. It looked really bad. Well, I'm trying to make it not bad and get it good. So, that's the next plan of attack. We're going to take this and we're going to splice it and we're going to do whatever on my electrical bench. Say hi, Gigi. And then we'll get this mounted up yet tonight. We're going to get the radiator in. We're going to get the fan gizmo on. I don't know where that's at. It's here somewhere. Fan shroud and keep moving. See, because if you look at this harness, right? 2 wires spliced into one. This wire hooks to this. And this hooks to battery or power. Now we have this wire here. It comes up through here. Hooks to this plug. But the thing is, these wires right here, you don't need them all. I can hook some right together before it even gets down to here. See, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to splice all this together so there's only 2 wires for now. It looks like total spaghetti, but that's fine. And another problem is, look, this burnt. I don't know where or on what, but it burned, and that's not good. So we're going to just plug these in where they belong. We're just going to plug these in where they belong. And we're going to work right from here. Well, I think we're gonna. Yeah, this will go here, I think. Yeah, this goes on here. Like so. And this one, everything's got the length. Now comes the fun part. Now you have to put them in a sheath and route them. And I don't know if I have enough sheath to do that whole thing. I may have to buy some. That's not going to be good. Here's a piece. That's not any. Yep. Here's a piece. Man, I'm going to have to find a lot of pieces. Okay, we're looking good. Radiators in, pulleys are in, fans on. Upper air hose I gotta do, but I want to wait till I get the wiring done for that. Throttle linkage. Finish the wiring up. Put exhaust on it. Oh, I got a primer first. Gotta get it primed up there. And after that, we're good. Hopefully she's like she was before. New timing chain though. That timing chain was shot, so that should help a little bit. Different intake, different thermostat. New fuel pump, so maybe she'll really get up there and feed it. We get together, we'll check everything out. We're gonna end this segment here because it's getting a little bit on the long side, so stay tuned. We get her fired up, get her ready for the track. April's just around the corner. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, do whatever else you need to do down there. Help the guy out. The more subscribers, the more views I get, we'll really start affording to crack down on this and get racing hard. Have a good night.